Hi, it's Cassie Oelberg in Selinsgrove, Pennsylvania. Today we are going to do a sketch 2 from the July virtual crop. I love this one. It was super cute, but it was a little bit too much on one page for me. So I'm going to show you how I take it and spread it across 2 pages and how I add the extra embellishments into it. And hopefully that will help you think outside the box and do something that makes you happy. I just love that we can take these sketches and everybody gets to do what brings them joy. As you can see, the studio has been bringing me lots of joy. It gives me a whole new area to keep things pinned up on. It allows me to flip things back and forth and see what I love most. But it's also helping me not lose things so much. Okay, that being said, let's jump into this. So we're going to do this beautiful circle, but I'm going to spread it across 2 pages. And I'll show you how we're going to do that by doing it real quick. So across the top, I would like to have this map paper. I'm going to be using some mapping pictures in my presentation. So I thought that would be fun. So let's just go ahead and I'm going to cut 6 inches here. Fun fact, last week when I did my my live, I had tape sitting right next to me the whole time to refill my tape runner with. So if you have not refilled one of these, when it gets to this red part, it's done. You just open it up, you pull it apart, and then you take this and you put it in and snap it back together. This is so that, one, you don't get things stuck to it, but the other thing is if you jam this in your case without putting your little thing up, then you can break your head off. I have had people do that before. So anyway, we're going to take this 6-inch piece and I'm just going to tack it down in the center. And then I want this to go across the bottom, this beautiful travel piece. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that at 6 inches. And I'm going to put it, I am using, I forgot to tell you guys this. I'm just using the backing sheet. I know Leanna, when she did her video for the virtual crop, she did, or her spiel for the virtual crop, she said that she uses it for bases for her page. I also use it a lot when I have to cut through things because it is photo safe and it's thinner. So what's really nice about that is that if you need to cut through things, it works really well. Okay, forgot to get this cord out of my shadow. There we go. Now I'm going to take this one out and we are going to pop our border in. And then we're going to hope that my, there, right there next to me, right next to that tape I didn't see last week. For the love. Okay, so I'm working with train pictures right now, so I want to use this nice little cartridge to help me out. And I'm going to just grab myself the other half of this piece of paper to go ahead and catch my crumbs and put my tray up. And I'm going to put this piece of designer paper in. Now, one thing that you should know is that designer paper, I'm going to move this back a little. I feel like my studio needs to go back a little so I have more desktop showing. This is going to be a process I'm going to have to learn. But when you are punching with the designer paper or tone-on-tone paper, the point being not cardstock, it is thinner. And so if you're doing something super intricate, then it's a good idea to double it up or put one of these backing sheets with it because that'll make it a little thicker and then you won't rip your paper. If it's less intricate like this, then you can go ahead and punch. It's just be careful to pull it straight out so that you don't get things stuck and gummed up. So it's just a little thing to remember when you're punching your paper. Okay, I will get this out of my way. I don't know why I just made 2 of those. I think because last week I was on a make 2 kick. But I don't actually need 2 this time. Silly me. Anyway, this is going to go right down the center. So I will go ahead and do that. Okay. And I'm just going to be careful. I want the top to be on one and the bottom to be on another, so that the peek through is exactly straight. So I'm just going to take my time and make that happen. And now I'm going to turn this into a circle. So I have all my pieces there. I'm going to bring my beautiful blue mat over here. It's on the backing sheet, which makes it a little bit thinner. And now I'm going to put it onto the mat. And I am going to center this and then cut. Okay, and I'm going to cut with my blue blade. Make myself a nice big circle. See right there, I had to cut through 3 layers. So it was not as happy with me. But I will round that out. Okay. I didn't push quite through there. I should have lifted that before, but that's okay. I'll show you what to do. This could happen to you too, and it's not a big deal. So you're just going to take your circle, and I'm just going to trim around it. So it got gummed up a little bit there because I did have 3 layers. So the other thing that you can do to make that not happen is I could have just put the paper layer on and put the border on afterwards and then just trimmed up that border piece. That is another thing. I don't normally have that happen, but it's good to have it happen on camera, right? Then people know this too could happen. Okay, so now I'm going to cut this down the center. So the sketch obviously is 1 page. But 1 page is not going to bring me joy. I need 2 pages. And not only do I need 2 pages, but I need not quite so much going on the page. I'm more of a simple scrapbooker, and I like my pages to be pretty clean. And that one had more going on than what I would normally do. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and pull my pages down because there's not a lot of things to flip around and check out this week. And we're going to take this one down. So we're still going to have that circle, but watch this. It's just going to go down the center and give me 2 pages. And I'm building this right onto, I think it's the delicate, not the soft, but the delicate ones that came out with Spring Soiree. And so there we go. Now we still have that beautiful circle all decorated, but it goes right down the center of my page and brings me across to a 2-page spread. That just makes me a lot happier. And then I'm going to pull it together. I'm going to go ahead and use a border to go all the way across the bottom. So I'm going to have this one go here. Make sure I have it all the way to the edge. And then I'm going to have this one go the opposite way. So just a fun way to spread it out across 2 pages. Now I'm going to add my pictures. So I'm going to add one there and one there so that you can see the top of one, the bottom of the other. These 3 are going to come over here. So let's grab my photo trimmer. Is anybody else out there a pretty simple scrapbooker like I am? Let's see. I want these to be about 1/2 inch off the top. Maybe just 1/4. So I wanted to fill up this space. And I'm not going to mat them. I feel like I need it maybe just a little bit more. Another piece of of an inch. I'll take an 1/8 of an inch off of both of these ones and make it even. Okay, so I'm going to put this at the top because it goes with the story about the little stores that cropped up at the train stations. So we had a lot of fun because it was like a little thrift store at a train station. So my family was just in heaven because, well, I hate to shop. I'll just be honest. I hate it. It's not my favorite thing to do. I like to go in, find a good sale, get exactly what I need and get out. But my family loves thrift stores and they love trains and they love old things. So they were just in heaven and I just kind of stood back and got pictures and that made me happy. So everybody got to be happy. So here is the story. I'm going to trim this down. And this is my like cheater's way. I do this a lot. I do not love to journal either. You're learning all kinds of things I don't love to do. So it works out really well for me whenever I just take a picture of the words and then you can read them in the book. And I don't have to do all that journaling. That makes me super happy. Okay, let me grab. I decided I wanted to mat in this. So, trimmer, where are our trimmer? Okay, so I said that was 3 1/8. So I'm going to make it 3 3/8. I'm pretty sure I went 4 1/2 this way. Let me just double check. Yep, 4 1/2. So I'll do 4 3/4. And then I can mat this. And I don't have to journal and my life is so good. But I will journal because I will write a little bit of a story about my family finding old maps and shopping and having fun together. That will all go in there. So that'll go over here. And then we just had a really good time getting some photo ops with the old luggage, and these were like actual real things from way back when. So it was really fun. I am going to cut this little bit off the side, not because I need my picture to be smaller, but just because I think it focuses in better when I get rid of that little piece over there. And then these two, I would like to put like this. Yep. So it was such a good trip. Such a good trip. And I really don't feel like they need a lot of extra matting for these particular ones. So this is going to come here. They're going to go over here like this. She's going to go here. And then we are going to add in some embellishments. Let's see what we want. I do want some journaling right in here. So let me just see if there is a journal box that brings me joy to go there. I would love that if it were vertical, but it is not. Oh, here we go. That might work. Let's see what our other options are. Just for kicks and giggles. That might be what we're going with. Yep. I love these Power Project folders. Every collection I use goes in them. And then it's super easy to find what I need when I am working on my actual albums. And as you can see, when I really love something, I open multiple packs of it all over the place. It's fun for me. You can never have too much of a good thing. And let's go ahead and trim this down because I have just a little bit of the dark brown from the mat next to it. And I would prefer not to. So 3 1/4. See, it must just need a smidgen off. Okay. So we're going to cut a smidgen. That's an amount, right? So that's going to go up here so I can write. And then we're going to add a few embellishments in. Maybe some stickers. So, see, I've used quite a few of these already. Might want to do travel companions. Would look cute, I think, right across here. They make very good travel companions. I love that our family loves to travel together. It brings me so much joy, and I'm hoping through the years it stays that way. I have been praying for their spouses for as long as I can remember. I don't know who they will be, but I just pray that whoever they are someday, they love to travel and love to spend time together like we do. It's gonna bother me that just has that little thing. So I'm gonna just add something over here. Oh, a boarding pass would be super cute. That work, yeah, that can go there. And I'm gonna pair it up with a little map thingy. And okay. And then that can just cover up that little spot, because remember I said when I cut it, it was through too many things. So that can go there. And see, this would be cute on this page too, but I don't need anything more. It's all good. Too much. I said earlier, too much of a good thing is never bad, but I lied. Too much of a good thing can be bad. Okay. This is going to go up here. And then I'm going to add this in because I have just a little tiny bit of story that I want to tell down here. But I don't want to take up too much of the page. So that can go there at the same angle as that. This is going to go over here. And there we go. So now it is a 2-page spread. We pulled it across using the borders. I cut the circle down the center so that I could get that same thing as the sketch, but in a style that would make me happy. And I created a page using the sketch, getting inspiration and getting ideas, but still staying true to my style and what I wanted my pages to look like. And that's what doing the virtual crop is all about. So trying new things, but staying true to what is going to make you happy. So anyway, I hope that you have a fabulous day. And thank you so much for joining me. Oh, I guess I did not pull my screen back up. So I'll pop back over here quick and say thanks so much and have a great day.